Have you ever felt like other people reject you before even getting to know you? Or do you fear going to places or doing things because you think you won't be accepted? Or do you believe that only by changing schools, workplaces, or social circles will you be accepted? If so, this video is for you. I'm making this video because the feeling of rejection is something that I have experienced since I was a child. And I know it's a difficult issue to dissolve without having the right tools. The feeling of being rejected was ingrained in my brain from birth. And it's only now that I realize more clearly that this was one of the topics I had to work on my life. And I still have to do it, but in a different way. Spoiler alert, in the storyline of our lives, we generally have themes that we must delve into deeply. To illustrate this, let me share with you something. Firstly, my dad wasn't with me since I was a child, which for many years I interpreted as abandonment and rejection. Spoiler alert, I have had a chance to meet him and see that things were different from what I thought. And on the contrary, he's a man who embraces and supports me as his daughter. Then, continuing with my story, in the school from the ages of 6 to 15, I was always rejected and bullied. That time was very difficult for me, and from that point I always integrated myself into groups assuming I wouldn't be accepted. Not long time ago I was introduced to a professor, and as soon as I met him, a great cloud came over my head with thoughts like, he must think you are not good enough, I don't think he likes you, among others. Sound familiar? But fortunately, thanks to all the work I have done, I was able to stop there and realize that it was just my mind speaking, and what it was saying wasn't possible because he didn't even know me. It was precisely then when I realized that I could continue talking to him and present what I wanted to present. This is what I mean by the fact that thoughts of rejection still come to me, but my way of relating to them is completely different now. I don't allow them to stop me to do things that are important to me. Did you recently have an accident or the diagnosis of a disease? If so, I want to share that 11 years ago I had a big accident where I almost lost my life. From this experience I wrote a book where I narrate my story and the stories of 8 other people in order to give you tools to face a similar experience. You can purchase this book in English or Spanish on any digital platform or on Amazon in your country. In this video, I want to give you 3 tips to help you overcome your own feeling of being rejected and, despite this feeling, continue building the life you want to live. The first is to recognize that the concern of being rejected and the sensation of being rejected is something common, human, and that many, if not all of us, experience. However, you can be sure that if you work in yourself, at some point you will discover the reason why you have to experience it, work on it, and overcome it. According to Wilhelm Reich, who is the father of body psychotherapy, the basis of rejection is fear, and by releasing and transforming this fear, the essence is love. An excellent way to transform the fear that we hold in our life is through body movement. Above, I will leave you a video so you can see a proposal on how to transform the emotions that are contained in your body. Another tip to transform the sensation of being rejected is through cultivating self-compassion and self-love. Give yourself permission to start discovering and recognizing yourself in your essence, to recognize and admire yourself for who you are and for what you have achieved and are achieving. In self-compassion, there's no room for comparison, but rather an understanding that we all have a different process in this school called life. That's why I will leave you both the video of compassionate color and the video on the safe place I made, which will help you to start cultivating a more compassionate and loving posture towards yourself. Furthermore, I invite you to daily engage in an activity where you treat yourself. I am not talking about spending money, but rather doing things that make you feel good, such as taking a bath, enjoying a cup of tea, or listening to music you like. And the third tip is to dare to do things in which you might feel rejected. Don't be scared. It's about starting to do simple things or things you think won't be difficult for you and see what happens. If you dare to do this, try to stay consciously aware of your body and your entire experience when you receive rejection or acceptance. This recommendation I am giving is based on the principle of exposure therapy, which has shown excellent results with fears and phobias. However, if you feel it's too much for you and you would like someone to accompany you in the process, don't hesitate to consult a mental health professional to accompany you. And well, as a bonus, just as I always recommend, meditate, meditate, and meditate. Doing this will allow you to learn to relate better with the discomfort that being in a situation where you perceive yourself as rejected can produce. And literally, as if you have stuck it in yourself like a sticker, peel it off to start truly showing yourself. Anyway, I hope these recommendations have helped you, and if you like them, I invite you to like the video, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Write me in the comment section what you think about these tips, and if you know of any others that you think were missing and will be helpful for all of us to know. Remember that we all build this journey to mental health together. Have a great day. Tschüssi!